is all the same.
And as this room fill up, be sure, and I mean just that, be sure to hit and smash upon the like button. The name is Law Nation. Without hesitations nor deviations to the matter, be sure to understand that the Cowboys just got some breaking news. Let's get it. Let's talk about it. Get it. Ain't no party like a cowboy party. But what about a breaking news? Javonte Williams type of groove. 5, 4, 3, 2, and I'm telling you, 1. All right, hear ye, hear ye, hear ye. Cowboy Nation, Javonte Williams signed a 3-year deal, $24 million, $16 million of that $24 million guaranteed. So it's roughly right around $8 million APY. 3-year, $8 million, 8 per year. I see you, Freddie. Appreciate you. So with that being said, the Cowboys will see 33 in a Cowboys uniform for the 2026 season. As more and more details about this contract comes about, appreciate each and every last one of you all. Thank everybody for being parts of this. The name is Law Nation. So it states here, the Cowboys running back Javonte Williams agreed to terms of a $24 million deal. 16 of it is guaranteed. Shout out to him and Tommy Yaris of the Cowboys. Appreciate him for putting this out there, by the way. The Cowboys have agreed to terms, $24 million deal. We're just going to try to read all of this. He had basically 1,201 yards last season, 11 rushing touchdowns. I think he had 1 receiving touchdown, which put him right at 12 touchdown collectively. And he's 25 years of age. The Cowboys, in my opinion, did a great thing of just securing this deal, making sure that they give the person who pretty much ran with authority last season, right? The tone that he brought to the table. Now, is this a situation whereas if Jeremiah Love is there at the 12th spot, do you continue to move on without looking at a running back? No. But this do solidify a spot on this team or a space on this team, whereas we're heading into a direction whereas we don't have to go back and forth and talking about, hey, do you pay this guy? Do you not pay this guy? Or do you look at Breece Halls of the world? Or do you look at Travis Etienne? No, you still look for all of those boys, but now it's not necessary for you to do that. We turn those needs into wants now. Like, if you want to get a running back, then you can go get such, right? Now it's a situation that you don't say, hey, I need, this running back. So now we turning needs into wants, which is good in my opinion. And when you look at this, a shout out to Brandon Laurie, always a great find on the Twitter machine or the X machine now. A few key takeaways from this. Cowboys got ahead of the free agent market in a running back. Come on with it, man.
Told me it was my turn.
It's our turn. Shout out to that guy who said that. Y'all know who he is. Skip. Oops, Bayless. Hey, didn't want to pay one of their owns. Okay, so now we paid our own, right? Number 3, the front office is showing a willingness, change you can believe in, to do business if players are open for it, right? So that's what I love to hear, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, my goodness. I love. Yeah, however that song go. My terrible singing, but you all get what I'm saying. This also, hint, George Pickens. Hopefully more to come. Now, we've seen how the Cowboys utilize and use these type of tactics before, whereas they say, hey, we got money to burn and spend. And we do sign guys. We sign our own guys, right? And the free agency really didn't kick open and bust open like it's supposed to. but we can all argue and say, okay, the running back room, good. Right? Now we just need to get the wide receiver room to be good. I love it. And my thoughts of it, we saw a Costco sample size with Jadon Blue. It was very small. And we know how Costco samples are, you know. It's a hit or a miss. When you are in that Costco line, that's good. And then you go buy the whole thing, you get it to the crib, it don't taste the same, right? We don't want that. So at this point, Blue, to me, he still got to prove it for us, right? Malik Davis, I like what he can do. I'm on the sides of things saying, yeah, you match up now from the start or the get-go, Javonte Williams and Malik Davis, that's a better showcasing than what we've seen out of, not to beat you up, Miles Sanders, right? It's just a better showcasing. Now, Phil Maffa, we waited all year, all offseason, just to see that man not able to get out there on the field. I don't want that for the 2026 season. I need tangible things. We need to see that if these guys can be those type of things, I need to see them early. But the good thing about it is that Alabata Kande, he's sneaky good. Pick up for us. We need to see some candy on that. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I perceive all of this. The Cowboys going into the running game, we talked about this just recently on the live show earlier about the availabilities of running backs that's out there on the market right now. Does this shut the door on any other running backs? Because now that I'm looking at this, ladies and gentlemen, I'm seeing, okay, Najee Harris, Javonte Williams. Give me Javonte Williams. Austin Eckler, Javonte Williams. Give me Javonte Williams. Travis Etienne. Give me Javonte Williams. If you want to sprinkle in a Travis Etienne, that will be good to this degree. It'll be good to have a split back situation. Whatever they got brewing over there in Detroit land, give me some of that with the combination of Montgomery and a Jahmyr Gibbs. Give me that 2.0 over here. I would like to see Javonte Williams in a combination of another running back. Rico Dido. Give me Javonte Williams. I like Rico, but Rico getting long in the tooth, and we never know how those extensions can hit here if he's there with the Cowboys silver and blue again. But if it's a generous price tag, give me this situation. Nick Chubb versus Javonte Williams, give me Javonte Williams. Now, Breece Hall, he's only 24, maybe. But look at his price tag. They want $10 million. They out there cotton picking mine, you know. So I'm looking at it from that aspect. I think the Cowboys did a great job of bringing somebody back that's already familiar with the system, understanding what the overall concept, what it need to be, and these sorts of things. Cowboys Nation, I would love to see this team continue to do these. Hey, let's go find ways to better this best of the team, and that is strengthening the offense down the stretch. And shout out to you all. Extensions laughing out loud. Timu Dreads. Hey, I'm just saying, man. All I can say is with this, the Cowboys, for those who just not tuning in, signing a 3-year deal with Javonte, which we'll go into more and more detail. I know most of this is more so like a 2-year contract. The third year is pretty much all of the guaranteed monies is going to be gone. And I think that the Cowboys, even after this year, the way that they can restructure some things, because the $16 million is the only guarantees of this contract. You can pay that up by just visiting the trash cans around Dallas and just flipping them over at Texas Stadium and saying, "Oh, there's $100, there's $200 there." I'm just messing with y'all. Nah, but you can really pay that off real quickly. AQ states Pickens next, and what do you think about Crosby, Max Crosby? Here's my thought tracks. Even though this is a good piece for the next piece, Javonte Williams clear out a lot of things. By signing him, I'm quite sure we get cap relief. And as soon as that information is done with, we would know how much money we would have left over, right? My thoughts of this whole ideology of trading Pickens and these sorts of things, my answer quickly to that is hell no. I do not want Pickens to be traded. But if you can't come up with an agreement and you still want to hang around with the notion that Pickens should be happy and excited here and they didn't come up with an agreement, it is better to cut ties and see what you can get in return. That's how I look at it. If you can't come up with a deal, and Dallas, sometimes you got to be understanding enough that it's okay to move on. But it's not okay to sully and denigrate and to keep a player here all off season with their faces longer than Jay Leno's chin, right? Because now they're saying that the organization ultimately don't believe in me and these sorts of things. So if the Cowboys ultimately want Pickens here, pay the man, have a hard deadline and say, hey, if we can't come up with an agreement here, we put the franchise tag on you or the transitional tag. We're going to make sure we cover CYA approach. And then if we can't get him, there's other wide receivers that the quarterback from this team can throw the ball to. But at least now, what this showcase of what Brandon Laurie said is that the Cowboys are willing to do business. They are working, and they, by far, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the first team to sign a deal this offseason, if I'm not mistaken, right? And that's just for what it is. Ray states, damn, Law, it's the nature of NFL business, yeah, and it's the beast of the business, yeah. But that's what we need to do. We don't need to be like Baby Boy around here. We need to be man. What Baby Boy told that girl, I lie to you because I care about your feelings. Man, leave those feelings at the door. I care about winning. So if Pickens and David Mulugeta and all of the people with Athletes First, if they can't come up with a deal, Pickens, we love the one off season that you have or one season that you had with us. But it's time for us to move on, to get better and best at this position. But if we can work out a deal, it takes two to tango. And, we got some moves, some dance moves with me, Oh, yeah, we can rock. Steady. And that should be the name of the game. But don't hold this out the long way. So with that being said, the Joneses are doing things differently, kind of like it. This is from Rob. Appreciate you. And that's what I like. Yes, Mad Max 33 will be here for the next 3 seasons. So if you hesitant of going to get that jersey, go ahead and get it now. 33. Yeah, Javonte Williams will be here. For those who's not understanding of his contract, he signed a 3-year deal. $16 million of that 3-year deal is guaranteed. $24 million is of the contract bodywork of that deal, and that hovers around $8 million, give or take, and some change on that contract. Now, as soon as the NFL elites, the Illuminati people, give me the details of that particular contract, then we would talk about the incentives. I love incentive-based contracts. I think that you get the most out of it, especially if somebody been injury-prone and these sorts of things. Give me them incentive-based contracts. I love those things. And I think when we look at all of this, we will see whether or not any of these contracts is incentive-based. Let me see if I can pull up my cheat sheet over here and see if anybody sent me any incentives on this contract. All right. Oh, I don't have the incentives on this new league contract yet, All right, so as soon as they update me on the incentives of this contract, baby, I'm telling y'all, you guys would know as well. So with that being said, now it's time for us to get the Javonte Williams out the way, right? And now it's time for us to focus in on who else needs to be signed here. Who is the next person to be signed? Is it Brandon Aubrey? Will it be George Pickens? Who else do we need to sign? The Cowboys may end up signing Brandon Aubrey next, and then it'll be George Pickens. I thought your name was Mad Max. Is it Mad? Oh, is it Mad Man? My bad. I can't see, man. My hooked on phonics eyes and Mississippi eyes can't see that well. But I appreciate you. Aubrey probably will be next. They saved the best for last with George Pickens. That would be nice altogether, Cowboys Nation. But before we go any further into these details, there will be a situation in a scenario that you may have to fall asleep on a few things. But if you do, I just want you to sleep on this.
Sleeper is the #1 fantasy sports app. It pays to know sports. Pick more or less on top players. Your first pick is on us, so start winning now. Play in Texas, Georgia, Minnesota, and 27 more states. Pick anytime across all sports, pregame or live. Over 10 million players are already on Sleeper. Make your picks count. Score up to 1,000 times your cash. Join today. Get up to $100 credit using code LAW. Call your shot on Sleeper. Download now.
Yes, indeed. So when you download Sleeper, just think of Law, and that's the best sleep that you guys can get when you use promo code LAW. Keep this in mind. $20 from me to you is added into your account, and it will match up to $100 on your first initial deposit that you put there. Just keep in mind, when you go to sleep, just think of LAW for those special promotions. And they do have team picks, and I'm all team Clarissa Shields, baby, tomorrow. Come on, Clarissa Shields, and as well as Frank, I believe he fight tonight. And on top of that, I do like what Hood. Is that Hood Quavius Cushited? Appreciate you. He said in this order would be the next. Pickens, Butter, and then Jadeveon Clowney. So you with the belief that you bring back Clowney for a cup of coffee, right? I do like Aubrey. That should be an automatic. The Cowboys shouldn't go back and forth fighting over that. And then when we start to think of Clowney's, he is a long tooth. I know the Pickens situation, but I want to touch on the Clowney. And I'm giving you guys an additional overtime for this live feed. I see you, Seabass. Another live. Yeah. When the grease hot, you drop the fish. You already know. Mississippi saying 101. Do not paint yourself into a corner for Clowney. Leave options open. Leave that cup of coffee there. But understand that there are other dancing partners in this dance. Old folks say this all the time. Don't dance with the first lady you see. Walk around a little bit, survey the land and see what can come available. But you leave that option open for Jadeveon Clowney to wear that silver and blue and the star on the side of the helmet. But let him know that there's room for you here at this particular price range based on and predicated to your age. We want you here, but we keeping our head on a swivel. Yeah, Chubb over Clowney. This is from D in the chat. I'm definitely looking at that aspect of it, right? And there's no ill feelings of Jadeveon. I think he did a great job here in Cowboys land. And we saw that only without him being in the silver and blue during their offseason, right? So I can only imagine if he had even a better start. Maybe he a 10-digit sack guy. I don't know. I said double-digit sack guy. Lord, please forgive me. But y'all get what I'm saying. As we depart, Cowboy Nation, I really appreciate each and every last one of you all. Post me your thoughts. Post me your concerns of all of this, especially shout out to Javonte Williams. Let's go and get another 1,200-yard season. Let's get us at least 12 to 13 touchdowns for the 2026 season in the mix. Post me your thoughts. Post me your concerns down below. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Go Cowboys. Be about one love. Chubb, come on in, And on top of that, whoever else can be a willing impact to this team. I like Trey Hendrickson. I don't like the price, though. That man out of his mind looking for those type of numbers. DC for life, not for short. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Peace. We're about one love. Thank you, Warren, for that information. We're about peace. Yep. Until next time.